Gentlemen, ready to go?
Oh, are we live?
Okay, we will should be imminently. So, okay, well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the special meeting of the Hyde Park Town Board. It's our final one, and let's get started with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So we have just 6 resolutions on the agenda. Would anyone like to speak on these resolutions in the audience? No? Okay, so we'll go ahead, and Neil, would you like to start?
Sure. Resolution 1228-1 of 2021. Resolution authorizing revised total estimated cost for the Route 9 pedestrian improvement project, PIN 8761.90, and authorizing appropriation of funds from the designated reserve in the general fund.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
I don't know, perhaps we should just do a roll call
think, yeah,
on
let's
that,
do a roll
because
call.
it
Sure.
does have some money involved.
Councilman Krupnik.
Aye.
Councilman Ray.
Aye.
Councilman Schneider.
Aye.
Supervisor Rohr.
Aye, and very excited about this project, which we started back in 2016 with an application and carried forward very diligently and thoroughly. And we have spoken to our the incoming board, and they've assured us that they were going forward on the projects that we've started, including this and the addition to Town Hall. So we're very pleased that we were able to talk with them and provide input, give them an analysis of the funds, which I have tonight, and I'll pass on to the clerk. I thought perhaps they would be here, but they're not. But, we were happy to meet with them, discuss our projects, and answer their questions. And looking forward to seeing this project materialize, and excited. So, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Great. Resolution 1228-2 of 2021. Resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Supervisor to execute an agreement with COLARRUSO and Sons, Inc. for the construction phase of the Hyde Park, New York State Route 9 pedestrian improvement project, Park Plaza to the Hyde Park Firehouse, Town of Hyde Park, Dutchess County, PIN number 8761-90.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
And perhaps we'll just do a roll call there, too, in the event that that's needed.
Councilman Krupnik.
Aye.
Councilman Ray.
Aye.
Councilman Schneider.
Aye.
And Supervisor Rohr.
Aye.
Resolution 1228-3 of 2021, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Supervisor to execute non-pro-tunc the Dutchess Together countywide share service plan for the 2021 for projects to be completed in 2022.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 1228-4 of 2021. Resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to approve the financial security agreement for infrastructure work for the 64 Fall Kill Road 2-lot subdivision.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 1228-5 of 2021. Resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to acknowledge the resignation of Police Sergeant Martin Monaco from the Town of Hyde Park Police Department.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
And the last one is Resolution 1228-6 of 2021, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to approve vacation carryover for the Town of Hyde Park Senior Account Clerk, Christina Nochisi.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so I promised not to make this a long dissertation or monologue, but I did just want to call the future board's attention to some issues that are remaining outstanding in the town. They're important. They take pressure, they take attention, they take dedication. So I do want residents to know that we have focused on them. This board has worked hard to attempt to resolve them. And as I mentioned last time, that's one of the biggest frustrations, is things that we are not able to fix, because that is clearly what we want to do as leaders. But, just to hit on some very important ones, The marijuana law, the town opted out of both dispensaries and lounges. And if the future board want to opt in, they will need to repeal the local law. And, that was something that we considered doing for 2022. It is, many of the other communities did not opt out. We felt that that was an important thing to do until we understood what was really going to happen. But I would like to call their attention to that. I think it's an important, possibly very important source of revenue. And if they act quickly, they can go ahead and do that.
And also, it's two laws.
It's
So
two
there's
laws.
one law for the dispensaries and one law for the smoking lounges.
That's right.
So they could repeal both, or one, or none.
That's right, and I've been following a lot of the other municipalities. It seems that most are opting, are choosing to opt in, which you don't actually have to do. You would have to opt in by repealing the law, but most seem to be going forward on dispensaries, but not lounges. So
Which makes
that's
sense.
would be my recommendation, but they'll have to think that through themselves. But
And again, our decision-making with that was also done with chief's input as well.
That's right.
Because, he was concerned that his men weren't equipped to figure out if they stopped somebody that was high, how would they, handle all that? So there was that time period where he wanted to get in lock and step with New York State, so.
input for the
Right.
training, and so I think that's an issue that, as you said, we did a couple of workshops, we had
Right.
the chief's input, and we'll see where that goes.
it
But,
goes, yeah.
we have an issue on Cardinal Road, the salvage yard. We
Ugh.
received lots of complaints on that. We followed up with the DEC, and that's an area that is going to need attention. We did discuss that in the resolution, and that is a very, very important issue in the hamlet of Staatsburg. My secretary has, I see, pulled many of the files that address these things, and they're sitting on the desk in my office for Supervisor Torgiani. So that would be one that I would expect the Ward 1 person would want to advocate strongly for, to seek a resolution for that issue. The shooting range on Creek Road, I did compose a letter to the Attorney General, and this, again, is a very, very important issue to the residents who live there. And essentially, it's a piece of land that was donated to the county specifically for a park. And in fact, instead of using it for a park, they used it for a shooting range, which is very destructive to that neighborhood. It's a true burden, and we've asked the county to address it. We've asked the county legislature. Our county legislator, Will Truitt. We've spoken to, Ken and I met with the members of the Sheriff's Department and had no resolution. But, after our research and, in fact, understanding that it's actually a park, there is a alienation of parkland that's happening there, and that really is a serious infraction and imposition on that neighborhood. So we do hope the Ward 4 councilperson, as well as the supervisor, will speak with the county about that, seek resolution. 563 Quaker, that is a property that had a fire. We worked very closely with the town engineer to address that. We closed it up, and we were ready to go to demolition, but in speaking with the county, they had concerns that the cost of the demolition would actually prohibit the sale of the property, because it was going to be, I think, somewhere around $100,000, and they would have imposed that lien on it when they took it for back taxes. So their suggestion was we let it go to tax sale, which my understanding should be happening. That there has been a stay on tax sales imposed by the governor since COVID, but when when they are able to resume tax sales, that property will go on the market, likely, unless the current owners are to pay off the taxes. So that's where that is. The town engineer Pete Sotero is aware of that, and he should be able to apprise the new board of that. The Dock Street Bridge, that's a very important project, also complicated. I've worked very hard to write grants for it. We were on our way towards, I believe, achieving a possible grant through Senator Schumer. However, the property owners who owns part of the bridge decided that he didn't want to support that application because the next step in that process was for the bridge to, for the two property owners, the national park and this other person who owns a quarter of the bridge, the fee and title under the bridge. There was in order to advance and progress the grant application, the bridge needs to be on the National Register of Historic Places, and the property owner did not want to support that application. So that is out there. There's extensive files on the work we've done on assessing it. It's probably, at this point, a $2 million project, and really the only way that will happen is through grant. There's a issue with the assisted living facility on 9G that we had advocated with DOT that they add a crosswalk. I would ask that that effort continue. We had a presentation from Jennifer regarding the Peregrine Assisted Living Project, so that will be on their agenda. And again, we've discussed many personnel issues, legal issues. We put our attorney in contact with their attorney. The 2021 audit is in process, so there will be a lot of work in obtaining the materials needed for the auditors. And we do have a contract with Verizon that is in the works.
For
So-
for cell tower.
For a cell tower.
Oh, right.
For
It's-
cell
it's-
towers.
Right,
That, yes, to be clear.
yes.
It is for the piece of property on the corner of 9G and St. Andrews Road.
We would love to have Verizon throughout the whole town for
Right.
cable and internet.
FIOS, yes. And
But,
we worked very hard to achieve that, and as did all the supervisors and mayors, and
Yes.
it is impossible because of the way it's organized by New York State. So that's that. Okay, so with that, I think that I'll just, we did have just one final thing, a distribution of at-home tests that we obtained from the county. Thank you to the clerk and her deputies for doing that. We appreciate that. It was very stressful, and we are waiting to hear when the town will be receiving more, but we did distribute 400 on Thursday.
450.
450. And we are waiting to hear from the county when we will receive more. And we need to put an effective way to distribute those in place.
The federal government will also be distributing masks, and apparently they're going to have a website and masks, tests and masks, and that people have to sign up for it, and that info should be coming out in January, so people should just,
And those
Check
will
them.
be free too?
yes,
And that will be on a federal website?
yes.
Okay. All right, well, good. All right, so with that, may I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
And for the last time, I will second the motion to
Okay,
adjourn.
and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Donna,
Okay.
thank you.
Donna, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Pleasure.
you.
It's been a pleasure.
It has been. Oh, I just got my